Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ludlowe High School. Today is a very special day for us here at Ludlowe as we honor the senior members of the Fairfield Ludlowe girls basketball team. Before we begin tonight's ceremony, the girls basketball team would also like to recognize their announcer, who has done play-by-play on the Falcon Sports Network for 4 years. Senior Aiden Blank, accompanied by his parents, and we'd also like to recognize the senior member of the Wilton girls basketball team. Let's have a nice round of applause for number 33, Caroline Wilton. And now the members of the class of 2021. Girls who represented yourselves, your parents, and your school, both on and off the court. We're very proud of each and every one of you, and we wish you luck in the future. Our first senior is a co-captain, number 10, Julia Butcher. Our next senior is number 15, Laura Aaron. Next up is number 5, Sophie Lumley, and her parents, Our next senior is number 32, Allie Neubauer, and her parents, William and Joel. Next up, co-captain number 13, Anna Pullman. And our final senior, co-captain number 11, Emma Torello. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for the 2021 FAOJ Senior Class. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fairfield Ludlowe High School. Today's FCS girls basketball matchup between the visiting Warriors of Wilton High School and the Fairfield Ludlowe Falcons. And now let's see today's starting lineups. First for Wilton, a freshman, number 4, Matthew Taylor. A freshman, number 11, Mary Kate Doyle. A freshman, number 15, Lauren Moe. A sophomore, number 2, Georgia Rushnock. And a senior, number 33, Sally Middleton. The head coach of the high school is Maria Ludlowe. And now the starting lineup for Fairfield Ludlowe. A senior, number 5, Sophie Runyon. A senior, number 32, Ellie Ludlowe. A senior, number 10, Julia Butcher. A senior, number 15, Laura Harris. And a senior, number 13, Anna Holmes. The head coach of the high school is Quincy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
On a very emotional senior night, we welcome you inside Fairfield Ludlowe High School. It is the season finale for the Falcons. The Lady Falcons set to take on the Wilton Warriors at 2-7. Good evening, everybody. Aiden Blank, great to have Scott Sorello with us for one final game in this regular season. Scott, a little playoff primer before potentially a rematch of these two teams next week.
Yeah, they got a nice little test on Monday against Darien. Hopefully Wilton can keep that going, right? It'd be great to have them pushed a little prior to the playoffs. This game is definitely not in doubt, Aiden. Ludlowe is going to run away with this one, but hopefully Wilton shows them some different defenses, gives them some effort, gets them engaged in a fight here. That's exactly what Ludlowe needs getting into the playoffs.
5 on the floor to start. All seniors, Neugebauer, Buscher, Lemley, Heron, and Paulman. 5 who have made such a big difference in this team this team's trajectory over the past 4 years.
Aiden, what a class this has been. This is going to be the third year in a row they made the FCAC playoffs. First time that's ever happened. First time they had a 11th ranking in the state poll to start the season, highest ever. They should finish no less than 4th in the FCAC playoffs, highest ever. I mean, it's just been an amazing run by this crew. And right off the bat, we see a signature 3 by Juliet from the corner.
Yeah, that shot has become her bread and butter right from the corner. Have a feeling we may see it in some pretty big situations over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're exactly right? She's shot the ball beautifully all season long. Come playoff time, they're going to need her to stay hot. That's got to be a huge advantage for the team.
7:33 remaining in the first. Ludlowe off to the early lead against the Warriors, who are trying to avoid having to play in that dreaded play-in game, which would be this Saturday. You never want to get into one of those because, as we know with the FCAC playoffs, anybody can beat anybody. And the Warriors would be very much vulnerable playing on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, this is, typically a very strong team, Wilton. They just, I think a few girls opted out this season with the COVID. They're very young. Maybe in a couple of years this team will regroup, but in years past, this team has been really one of the powerhouses of the league.
They have more freshmen on this team than anybody else, and that's pretty interesting to see. It kind of reminds you of how Sarah Kinsley started this journey 4 years ago with 3 freshmen, and she kind of grew that into a number of sophomores and then juniors and now seniors. Long 3, Lemley got it. First 2 shots fall.
And another beautiful stroke, Aiden. Same thing we just said with Juliet, right? Sophia shot the ball beautifully as well this year. She would be another huge plus come playoff time.
There's Mary Doyle, turned it over. 2 early turnovers for the Warriors. Heron's on the scorecard.
What's nice, Aiden, is that's 3 seniors on the board. Let's get them all on the board tonight.
3 out of 5 on the board so far. 6:11 left in the first. Another turnover, another basket for Heron. No, she left it short.
Yeah, they're going to need to call off early, Aiden. Again, it's fun, right? It's senior night. There's a lot of emotion. I was out there with Emma. Madison comes out, gives us a big hug. Her eyes are welling up. It just was incredible, Aiden. The support these girls have for each other. It was emotional, and I have to tell you, I'm sitting here still emotional. It's just, it's a special night, and I'm going to miss these girls. I'm going to miss sitting here with you. It's just been such a blast.
Well, you do have Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully.
Not the same, but he's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's different with boys, and I've enjoyed coaching his team too. But this was a special crew. I started with this crew back in 4th grade, and just seeing them get to this point, seeing the success they've had, it's just been a blast, Aiden.
We do have a video to share with the girls, and we'll upload it at some point onto the YouTube page. Another steal. That's a couple for Juliet early. That defensive aggressiveness has really, it's always been there, but it's really been exploited this year. Ludlowe, I would like to believe, is the best defensive team in this league.
Yeah, I mean, they're so long and they're athletic, especially when they bring in the extra length with the sophomores. If you're not used to seeing this kind of pressure and this kind of size, it's tough to deal with.
There's a 3, that one too strong. Wilton really has to, they're getting good looks. They just haven't been able to put it in the rack, in the basket. Heron has done it twice. It's now 10-0.
Yeah, great start, Aiden. Laura, she's had a terrific career. It's going to be another layup right here, Aiden.
3 early baskets for the senior. It's 12-0. Callie Summers, Madison Roman, the two of 3 sophomores that will get into this game early on. And we'll see the final piece of that senior puzzle, Emma Torello, who graciously, it's so funny because there's 6 seniors and there's only 5 starting spots.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, basketball's tough. Only 5 can play. But Emma's had a terrific career. All these girls have her, Anna, Juliet. I mean, any one of them could have stepped up and offered to give the spot up to Nugs and Soph, and any one of them would have been glad to do it. Emma wanted to do it, and it just speaks to each of these girls' character, Aiden.
Wilton's on the board, 12-1. Good look at the free throw line for Caroline Judelson. Torello's into the game, so we've now seen all 6 seniors into the game.
Yeah, her, Anna, Julia, they've all started a lot of games. So, you know who started this? Of course it's emotional, but there's a bigger picture going on here, and it's just a great, fun night.
Couple of good free throws for Wilton. They get on the board, narrow it down to 10. Have a feeling this will be a pretty clean game for the Falcons, and it's always good to see those. Roman tries the jumper too short. Oh, she got the rebound and swings it for Lemley.
Yeah, she's just been a beast this year. What a season she's had. Another beautiful pass.
There's a big three.
Another three, Emma. They're on fire tonight on senior night.
Only one or two have yet to score. And it's funny, that's been the trademark of this team. Up until last year, they didn't really have too many big centers. It's always been the three-point shooting that they've lived and died by, and now they've been able to add size into the equation, but the three-point shooting was always what was there. Callie Summers
right there by Sophie to Callie.
And Callie is the first non-senior to get on the board tonight.
Yeah, and you see, they could post any score they want against this team.
Summers, Torello blocked. They got it back out. Lemley, 3. That one down to, what is that, 4, 5 they've hit already.
Everyone's on fire, Aiden. But when you have a stroke that pretty, Aiden, it's going to go in.
2 more sophomores are coming in next, Rory Cudsey and Caitlin Finnegan. And it's great to see that because they will absolutely be 2 starters next year.
No doubt.
Rory really needs some practice running this offense. And Sarah Kinsey's going to give it to her. This is the earliest we've seen her come into a game this season.
Yeah, at 20-2 with 3 minutes left in the first, Aiden, it's safe to say we got to get everyone involved. Great start right there by Sophie and Allie. That's just fun, Aiden.
So now, it's all sophomores except for Emma. And you get to really see the future of this Ludlowe program.
Yeah, the future's bright. A lot of talent on the floor right now with these 3 sophomores. You have the 2 juniors that hopefully stick with it. You got a good freshman class with Phoebe and Abby Ryder that are talented, that'll come up the pipe. So hopefully it just keeps building from here. Hopefully this senior class built something that'll keep building for the future.
It is a Warrior timeout. They'll take their first. The boys are up in Wilton. They're playing a game that might be a little bit more important than this one. They need to win. And we are certainly pulling for John Daly's crew. Got to see them as they were leaving just as I pulled in. And they're very excited about the prospect of potentially upsetting Wilton in Wilton and maybe getting that 8-9 seed. Maybe we see them here next week.
Yeah, that is a tough place to play. That field house.
Yeah.
The kind of the visuals of shooting in a field house are very difficult. So it's always a home advantage for Wilton.
Boys
the games have all been close on that boys' side, Aiden. So anything could happen.
Played a great one last night against Greenwich. They're going to have all those experienced upperclassmen step up. Not impossible, but it's certainly going to be an uphill battle for them. The Falcons, on the other hand here, the Lady Falcons are up by 18. That's 4 turnovers. Wilton's really got to take care of the basketball.
Finnegan. That passing is unbelievable, Aiden.
Left it short. 2:37 left in the first. And here come the Warriors across the timeline.
Yeah, they keep it's 2 games in a row now. We're finding Caitlin in beautiful spots underneath the basket. Those are going to start going for her, Aiden.
Into the corner, Phelan. And the big challenge for Ludlowe now is they can't let them make their team I don't want to say softer, but that's kind of the word. You don't want to come out. You can't come out weak in the playoffs next week. You have to play these games like they're a real game and you're really getting challenged.
Yeah, it's so hard, right?
They can't fall asleep in those. I mean, they're going to, listen, the first opponent likely going to be Wilton, maybe West Hill, teams that they should easily beat. But then you're probably going to get St. Joe's or Stanford or Danbury, and those are teams you really have to play. And we'll see how Sarah Kinsley keeps them sharp over the next week or so. Travel from Pullman.
Yeah, no, you're right. When you look at the FCAC playoffs, the first game will be like this, right? A no-doubter for Ludlowe. 20-2, 2 minutes left in the first. But after that, it gets serious quickly. The 4-5 game will be no picnic. And then any of those top 4 teams who you play in the semifinals, that'll be no picnic. And then, if you pull that out, which any of these teams are capable of doing, you get to the finals against another great team. So the winner of the FCAC is going to earn it. That's for sure.
20-2, Ludlowe on a little bit of a scoring drought, maybe artificially created.
Yeah, you see them overpassing now. The seniors were all pumped up, shooting early.
That one a little short. It's the first 3 they missed all night out of about
picture that, right?
7 attempts.
That's how well they've shot the ball. And when it's senior, you got that extra adrenaline. It's fun.
Bring that shot into Staples or Ridgefield or Danbury or St. Joe's or whoever they end up with next week. Bring that shot into the playoffs, and you've got a pretty good team.
Yeah, they're going to be ready. Unfortunately, all those games are going to be 50-50 games. So you're just going to have to, it's going to come down to the little things. That loose ball, those free throws. Who has a defensive breakdown late in the game. It's going to come down to something so subtle in those games. And we saw it already when they lost to Trumbull. We saw it when they lost to Staples. But then they went out and absolutely took it to St. Joe's. I don't think they're a 30-point better team than St. Joe's. So that game would be significantly closer if they were to play them again. But still, they're showing you all the capabilities they have.
41.8 seconds left in the first. You got a good mix of sophomores and seniors. And they are the 2 dominating classes on this team. Only 2 juniors who will honor next year. But it's really been the sophomores and the seniors who have stepped up, and all the credit in the world to these sophomores who were so gracious honoring the seniors tonight, because that is exactly what these seniors had to do the last 3 years.
Absolutely.
And they were so great about it, and now it feels right that they're getting some respect and recognition of their own.
Yeah, listen, the sophomore class, they get it, right? This senior class has been together a while. They've been incredibly successful. They've worked hard. How do you not appreciate and recognize that, right? And guess what? They're going to be equally recognized when they become seniors. So it's fun to see kind of younger classes recognize older classes, especially in this day and age. You don't see that anymore. Another nice 3 for Juliet.
You can see everybody's got a smile on their face
absolutely.
Under the mask tonight.
How could you not be enjoying this?
23-2.
And how could you not be enjoying this? Please.
And it really is a shame that this team is not going to get to play for a state championship, because this was going to be, they're basically right around the top 10 now. Definitely top 15, and it's a shame we're not going to get to see this team make a run in the state tournament.
Yeah.
But you get an expanded FCAC tournament, and you're going to have to live with that for now.
Yeah, you're right. It's bittersweet because the FCAC, ironically, is one of the stronger tournament leagues in the state. So the FCAC tournament is going to be a mini-state tournament. You would have seen Trumbull anyway. You would have seen Ridgefield anyway. You would have seen a Danbury anyway. So, winning that will be like winning a state tournament. Now, again, it's not going to, that doesn't sit well with these girls because they want to win a state title. But, you just got to take the solace in anything you can at this point, Aiden.
23-2 lead, that's pretty easy to be excited about. A big lead for the Falcons as Sophie Lemley gets set to start the offense in the second half. Lemley, Torello, and Neugebauer, the three seniors. You'll see possibly every single combination that you could possibly have. Good rebound by Allie Neugebauer. Wonderful tip out.
Yeah, I'd love to see her knock down that little wing jumper, Aiden.
And you said it yourself in the video. That's where she lives and cooks.
Yeah, she's just been hitting that since.
Oh, you know what? It was her
when we
parents.
first ran into her.
It was her parents that said it in a very nice tribute. That little jumper a few feet away from the block, that's where she kind of lives and dies.
Yeah, she's a super talented athlete. Moves well. Terrific runner. Great athlete. Amazing teammate. I mean, please. All those attributes, Aiden, are going to serve her well in life.
7:15 left in the first. Another turnover. Really great job by the Falcon D. They've caused a ton of turnovers today. A really solid performance by Ludlowe defensively. Warriors haven't gotten a shot up in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, this pressure's, it's too much for them, Aiden. These are all freshmen out here. I mean, I know it's only, 3-year difference, but the talent-wise is worlds apart.
Credit to Anna Balella, their head coach, sticking with this program that was literally 2-3 years ago the best in the FCAC.
Yeah, oh, no doubt. Super talented. They lost in the finals that year to might have been a really tough.
Yeah, it was Trumbull.
Trumbull team, yeah.
But they'd been before, and I remember what was it? A few years ago, Christine Lilly came and visited the team and said thank you, and then Rob Coloni left, and
yeah, Rob was the coach when they were in the championship game. Maybe.
He was absolutely the coach for a long, long time. He left to go to Notre Dame, came back a year later, and came back with Ridgefield. I'm sure that still leaves a sour taste in many of the minds of these Wilton girls who, a lot of them probably remember a time when he was the head coach.
Sure, especially, Ridgefield, Wilton. It's a big rivalry. Those towns do not like each other. So having a, coach who had great success leave you and go next door, that hurts.
Neugebauer can't hit on her first of two. That was the first foul on Caroline Jettleson. Again, the FCAC playoffs next week. We'll have boys on Tuesday, girls on Wednesday. That second one down.
That one looked pure from the start, Aiden.
And now Neugebauer's on the scorecard. 22-point Ludlowe lead. Again, the girls will be here. We'll have that game for you at, I hope, 7 o'clock. That's the prime start time, but maybe 5 next week. Boys will hopefully have a home game. Probably not, but you can dream. We'll call it from home if it's an away game.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we can call it right here in this gym, Aiden. But if not, we'll have to make do.
And like we mentioned, if the playoffs started today, would be a first-round matchup. I think it's safe to say Ludlowe has a very distinct advantage and would probably win that game very easily.
Yes. A couple more girls come in, the 2 juniors, Claire and Campbell. Great seeing them in the game now. Yeah,
and it's good to get them some playing time because they're the senior class next year. We're back to, it's so funny, we've gone 2 years ago, it was Bridget Paulman and Paige O'Connell, the 2 seniors. Last year, it was just Ida Bochi. It was a class of 1. This year, it's a class of 6, and then we're going back to 2. Very, very small senior classes that have come up through the Ludlowe ranks.
Yeah, you're right. It's ebbed and flowed over the years, right? I mean, there are not going to be many seniors next year. And then that'll be back to a big sophomore class after that.
Yep. You can't even imagine what's going to happen on their senior night with Madison Roman and Janie Paulman, Caitlin Finnegan, Callie Summers. That's going to be very emotional for Sarah Kinsley, you can tell.
Rory, I mean, it's a really deep class.
That's going to be.
Girls.
And I mean, listen, we love these seniors, but without that sophomore class, this team looks a lot different.
No doubt, Aiden. They've been a huge part of the team this year.
I mean, you could tell even last year as freshmen, they stepped in and it was basically like, all right, you're the team. You got to help us out. You got to pull your weight, and they stepped up to the challenge.
Right. They were only freshmen last year. They still had a terrific season, working them in. Look how improved they are from last year to this year, Aiden. Madison, my goodness. Improvement's been exponential. Caitlin, incredible. Look at Callie. She was terrific last year as well, but starting, finishing now with the rim. I feel like she's gotten even longer and more athletic, if that's even possible. I mean, the team, the sophomores have been a huge part of this success.
Good interception, long outlet. Buescher to the rack. Fouled, heading to the line. 26-2, Ludlow's in front. Wilton's only committed 2 fouls, so if there's a positive to take away from these first few minutes, that would certainly be it.
Yeah, it's been a clean game, very few fouls. They're going to take their match break, it looks like. Maybe they're going to shoot and then take a match break. Or no, they're calling an intentional foul, I believe, Aiden. Look like thinks that she pushed her from behind.
And everybody in the league has taken free throws differently. Some teams have just opted not to send anybody in until the second shot, just as a COVID precaution. But yeah, that was an intentional foul.
Yeah, they did. So they called a technical on it.
One more shot. 29-2. Here's a fourth.
4 in a row, Aiden. That's good foul shooting right there.
Yeah, that's certainly fun to watch if you're Sarah Kinsley, a team that has struggled with the foul shots all season long. Long three, Heron off the mark. She's got such a distinct three-point shot. I was looking at it the other day. She has such a distinct three-point shot. You have Juliet, who's very much straight away. She doesn't like it's very much center mass. And then you have Laura, who kind of goes all the way off to the side and almost as if it's a pass, shoots it.
Yeah, she's been doing that since 2nd grade when I first coached her. I mean, you get into a habit and you stick with it. Now, she's had tremendous success with it.
Yeah, it works.
But you're right, Juliet's is more traditional. Laura's is just a kind of a de facto of being a great athlete and wanting to play the sport and wanting to get out there and competing. And they're both very effective.
3:20 left in the first, and Ludlowe is up by 25 points. Too strong off the glass. Good rebound. Ripped by Eckert. Davenport. Wilton in a little bit of a zone. That's a smart move against a Ludlowe team that does so well on the glass, but unfortunately, they're just shooting too well.
Yeah,
right on cue.
They're just having some warm-up shooting, I like to call it, Aiden. Nice and relaxed. Let it fly. Everything's just bottom of the net right now.
Group of 5 is headed in very soon, including a number of seniors. This will be interesting. You'll get to see Anna and Janie Paulman, maybe for the first time ever, playing on a court together.
That's right, Aiden. For all those years we saw Bridget and Anna out here. It seemed natural that you saw a couple Paulmans on the court. But I think this is the first time we'll see Janie and Anna together, which is fun.
It's a shame you couldn't see them all three play together. One can only hope. 2:02 remaining in the second. And Janie and Anna share such a close bond. In that senior video we mentioned, Janie was so emotional saying goodbye to Anna.
I mean, that's amazing, Aiden, right? I mean, that just shows you family, how close they are, you know, how lucky they feel to have each other. It's just great. You love hearing that.
Finnegan got into a little tangle, and she's going to go shoot. A minute 35 left in the second. It's 33-5. Not the senior night anybody wanted or envisioned, but it's what you got.
Yeah,
and we'll live with it.
The league has been such highs and lows. I mean, the top is so top heavy. I mean, you're talking about 3 teams in the top 10 in the state, plus Ludlowe, right outside the top 10. I mean, it's just incredible depth at the top. St. Joe's was there a while. Danbury was there a while. Stanford was there a while in the top 20 range. And then the lows of the league have been really low. So it's been a real dichotomy in talent.
Both Paulmans are in at the same time. Great to see. Maybe the only chance they'll ever get to play together.
Right there, Aiden. How many times have they done that in the driveway?
And that might be every single senior scoring so far tonight, except for maybe Emma.
Emma had a 3. Was that Janie or was that Anna who just scored?
That was Janie.
Okay, so I don't know if Anna
It's tough to
has a
tell them
basket
apart.
yet. We'll have to get Anna out there soon.
They're wearing different colored headbands, so at least that's how you tell them apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Anna's in the pink and Janie's in the black. There's Paulman. Kudzi for 3. Oh, just short.
That looked nice, Aiden.
That was a good shot. 45 seconds left. I mean, obviously, in a tougher game scenario, you're not going to get that much time to set and shoot, but a good look for her. Long outlet.
Nice
They
hustle.
saved it. Loose on the ground and picked up by Paulman. I thought I was done having to use their full names, but because back in the day when Anna and Bridget were playing together, you could never just say Paulman. Sometimes the other Paulman, but you got to go now for the first time in over 2 years. There's 2 Paulmans on the floor at the same time.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday Bridget was here.
Good rotation. Torello, just off on the 3. Good look from her.
In and out, Aiden. Another good 3 from the team.
35-5, a 30-point game at the half. And there's still 16 minutes to go.
That was nice and casual, nice and easy, no stress.
35-5.
Yeah.
I was right. I said 30 points pregame.
You enjoy seeing it at senior night, but again, you wish they were pushed a little.
We've seen senior nights where they've been pushed.
Oh, no doubt. We saw a tough
The first
game against St.
2
Joe's.
senior nights that I was a part of, Staples, they played Staples that first year. They lost at the Horn. And they played St. Joe's the next year, and you and I called that game, and they didn't win that. They did win that one. That was a big one. That got them into the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a short break and finish up these next 16 minutes. A beautiful day and a very emotional one, too. Ludlowe by 30 here at the half. All right, second half about to get underway on senior night. Great to have you with us. Aiden Blank, Scott Torello. Final 16 minutes of the regular season for the Falcons. Scott, what are you looking for out of this team here in the second half?
This is the have fun half, Aiden. 16 minutes left in these seniors' careers for the regular season. Have fun, because guess what? Next week is going to get real serious real quick. So it's I saw they started in a zone, so it looks like maybe they'll kind of do a little work in their zone.
Yep. They played a zone almost the entire first half. And you know what? That's a pretty smart decision, because one-on-one with this Ludlowe team, there is no chance they would win.
No, definitely not.
Ludlow's going in a little bit of a man-to-man.
Yeah.
They know their advantage. Loose. Torello couldn't get it. 7:04 remaining in the third. Yeah, you mentioned playoffs next week. That was kind of the message that Sarah Kinsley had to these seniors. Very bright and bubbly, and said, great job, incredible careers, all that. And then at the very end, she said, let's go. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and try and win a championship.
Right.
Poked free, and into the front court come the Warriors. First turnover of the day for Ludlowe, so the Warrior defense gets a nice victory.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see, those are shots, in a normal game we'd want Juliet to take, but everyone's making the extra pass right now, getting everyone involved. Great box out by Nukes, Aiden.
Yeah.
It's all the little things she does, you just take them for granted.
Allie's basically the tallest player on the court right now. She's essentially the center. Not a role she's used to taking.
No, but she does have great size.
Warriors get the rebound. They come the other way. And yeah, Juliet's had her fair share of points already tonight.
Yeah, actually,
She's hit what?
At
least 3 threes.
I'd say she had a good 15 points, Aiden. She made those foul shots.
Really strong half.
Made those foul shots, hit some threes.
There's the turnover. 5 new players into the game. Paulman and 4 sophomores.
Yeah, they're going to let Anna run with the sophomores now. You just see Anna. She's always got that smile on, Aiden.
Kudzi to the baseline, Roman. High post, Finnegan. All 3 of those sophomores who played as freshmen last year on this squad. A good rebound by Madison. To the corner. And just going to keep passing around.
Yeah, the ball movement's beautiful, Aiden.
Paulman tries the 3. It's a little too strong. It was a beautiful day today. I'll tell you what, it seems like the weather is not basketball weather at all.
I know. Feels like golf weather.
By this time, in a normal season, Ludlowe would either be in the final 4 or 8 in the state, or they'd be done.
Yeah.
Anybody who's not in the quarters or the semis or the championship is out.
You're right. It's a tad later. You turn the clocks this weekend. So here we are, mid-March. They're going to play at least an extra week.
When was the last time you saw them play a regular season game in March? At any point in March.
No, I don't think ever.
Usually they're done with the FCX by the end of February. Good steal, Paulman. To the rack. And one!
Aiden. That's Anna to a T right there. Shrug off the foul and knock it in for the and one.
37-8. Second foul. I beg your pardon, the first foul on the Warriors. We don't have a number 2. They put 2 up on the board. But it's not on the Wilton roster.
What's nice, Aiden, is now all 5 seniors have scored.
Yep.
I'm sorry, all 6 seniors have scored. I love that.
And good for Paulman. She has definitely taken a different role this year. The first 3 years of her career at Ludlowe, and really of the 6 seniors and of the 3 that were members since their freshman of the varsity team since their freshman year. She was the one that started first. She was within those first 2-3 games thrown right into the fire and starting.
Yeah.
And she's been used to really having to carry this team, and now it's so different. Even last year, she was the one that when she was doing well, the team was doing well, and vice versa. Now it's a totally different ball game for her. She has taken on a much more defensive role. We haven't seen her have as many huge scoring games as she did last year. She's taken a much different role, and she's had no complaints about it at all.
Right. I mean, you're exactly right. I mean, what a career she has had, Aiden. Starting, as you said, as a freshman, all FCIAC first team last year. I mean, she has really had a remarkable career. And you're right, her role has changed this year, which has taken some adjustment for her. And, you know, to her credit, you look at her, it's still out there having fun. You don't see her complaining. You don't see her upset. You know, look at the girl she's out there with. She's actually the shortest girl on the court.
Yep.
Right, but she always played inside. I think I said it earlier in the year. She is the toughest, smallest big man you'll ever see. Right, but when you're there with 6-footers around you, Caitlin and Callie and Madison, it just naturally pushes you to the perimeter, which is where she's not as comfortable. She's always feasted down low. And listen, there's still some huge games left, Aiden, and I expect Anna to be a huge part of the finish of this season.
3:47 left in the third, and it's a 37-8 lead. Too short. Good rebound. And here come the Falcons. Finding Summers, and here's Cudsey, starts the drive. She can really drive.
Oh, she's
very fast, and she's really small. She can kind of squirt there into the paint. She'll get a good chance to do that next year. Callie Summers stopped in a travel. She's not used to getting that with much resistance when she drives into the lane.
Right, and you know, Aiden, the score is 37-8, right? So just you know, your desire to start plowing through girls, it's just less.
Too short.
No, that's a Madison rebound right
there,
there, Aiden. 2 bodies on her. She could care less.
.303 left and a 37-8 lead for Ludlowe. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. This one again, very fast, much like the first. Not much fouling, not many timeouts or stoppages. Clean game of basketball. Drive onto the lane, and Summers stepped out. Getting a little sloppy there on those last 2 possessions.
Yeah, again, you could tell this is not the type of game that drives her. Right? I mean, she is a top-flight athlete. 37-8. No resistance from Wilton. It's hard to get engaged, and you could tell this is just not her speed.
Emma tries the 3, too strong.
Great rebound.
Good
by
rebound.
Claire. Great hustle.
Yeah, really great stuff from Davenport. Paulman in the corner. Torello. Buscher tries the 3. Too short. She's starting to cool off a little bit. She was sizzling hot to start the game.
Yeah, I mean, all of the kind of the energy and that early kind of excitement of senior night, that's worn off now, Aiden. Right now, they're officially just going through the motions, getting this last 16 minutes, having fun, taking some shots.
Long shot off side iron and loose. Off the baseline, short. 1:57 left in the third. Juliet hit the deck pretty hard.
Yeah, the crowd loves it, Aiden. It's just, like I said, fun right now, right? Even Janie, who kind of threw it to her as she was falling down, was laughing.
Torello finding Eckert. She was rubbing her leg a little bit, limping into the front court.
Ah, beautiful shot
There
right
you
there,
go.
Aiden.
Oh, they're having fun on senior night,
Yeah,
and
you
it's
can
a
see her laughing, having fun.
it's a 32-point Ludlow lead.
That looked pure.
A minute 15 left in the third quarter. And listen, it's been such a tough transition from the start of the season where you had Trumbull in the second game of the year, and then you moved to Staples, and they had St. Joe's who gave them a test. And then they finish out with Central and Harding and West Hill and even Darien they beat pretty badly. And Wilton, credit to these girls, they have not slowed down one bit.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. The beginning of the season was so front-loaded, Aiden. Even the New Canaan team they beat was much better than you realize. Started out with New Canaan, then like you mentioned, right to Danbury, right to Trumbull, right to Staples. I mean, all those games being front-loaded really created some urgency right out of the gate, and it was fun. But these last 5-6 games have just been a breeze for the Falcons.
30 seconds left. Warriors with the ball, trying to get into double digits for the first time tonight. There's Madeline Phelan. There's a three. That one rolling out. Good look from Mary Doyle. Warriors have a very young group. 4 years from now, this team could look a lot different.
Yeah, they do have some good size out there. I mean, the two guards look athletic. I mean, they're freshmen, Aiden. You know, we get so jaded because we saw 3 freshmen play last year for Ludlowe. It's typically not the case. I mean, it's very difficult for freshmen to compete with seniors. They're just stronger, more experienced. You know, it's only 3 years, but it's a big difference in terms of game play and adjusting to the pace and the crowd. And, you know, it's not something you're just not used to.
That one's off side iron. 5 seconds left. Torello's got to go. Buscher at the horn. Oh, just missed it. Good look.
Good hustle by Janie. Looks like she tussled with one of the Wilton girls. Looks like she's okay.
31-point lead at the end of the third. Quick break, and we'll finish things out in just a moment. Eight minutes left in the fourth quarter. Final 8 minutes of the regular season for either team tonight. The boys closing out last night. They'll close out their regular season in Wilton today.
Aiden, it's bittersweet sitting over here with you in this last game. I can't tell you the added enjoyment you've brought to these games for me. Who would have thought when you had so nicely asked me to join you on these telecasts 3 years ago, who would have thought how much fun this would have been? Aiden, you're super, super talented.
Oh, don't do that.
And it has just been a real pleasure. Sitting here doing these games, I look forward to it all week long, all season. Oh, I'm going to miss it more than you know. Please, if you ever come back next year and you're bored, call me up. Let's just come and have some fun and do a game for the heck of it.
It's a 31-point Ludlowe lead. Final 7 minutes or so. And we should note this is not the last home game for these seniors. They're going to get at least 2 as long as they can win next week.
Yeah, which is big. You know, playing those games home, especially that second one of the week, is going to be important.
Good look for Madison Roman. We've seen so few underclassmen score tonight.
Aiden, I'm not sure you want to do a chest bump with Madison. She'll put you on the ground, but that's just Madison to the tee right there, Aiden. Right, pure energy, pure excitement. You just love her.
Yeah, her and Laura did one at the end of that buzzer beater. to end regulation against Staples.
Oh,
it did
how
not go
exciting
well.
was that? I know. That was so exciting. Now, what a finish that was. Beautiful feed by Laura to find Madison to tie that up. I mean, it's been fun.
44-9, 6:40 left in the fourth.
These seniors are going to miss Madison Aiden because she's fun. I mean, she's fun in practice. She's fun after the games, before the games. She's just a great kid.
High post. Rotated. Neugebauer going to try the three. Oh, just missed it. Good rebound by Summers. See if they can get it to her again. They get it down low. Lemley's going to try the three. That's good.
Aiden, I mean, that is just pure. Every time she shoots, you think it's going in.
She has had such an impact on this team. We missed her last year, and she didn't get her junior season. You can only imagine if she had gotten to play a full season last year, what that would have looked like.
Yeah, I mean, think about how much time she lost her full junior season, basically. I think she got hurt maybe the 5th or 6th game into the season. But look how well she's recovered.
Yeah.
You know? Other than that big brace, you wouldn't know. She moves well and she still shoots beautifully.
Low post. Summers tries the three. Around and out. But that's the shots you want to see her taking. If she can hit those shots consistently, imagine what kind of player she could become.
Oh, no doubt, Aiden. She's a D1 player, without a doubt.
There's a double dribble. We'll see how they play things here at the end. And Sarah Kinsley may want to just send them all 6 out onto the floor and take the penalty.
Yeah, it would be, a nice gesture to let them kind of come out one at a time. Maybe those days are kind of old school and fogey, but they were recognized before the game, so that was nice. But, yeah, anytime you can acknowledge people, it's just fun, Aiden.
I'll tell you what, it was a lot easier when there were 1 or 2 seniors and not 6.
Right.
That's off. Good rebound, Phelan. Too strong again. We'll see if Ludlowe can cook something up here at the end. Good dump. Madison got it. Another basket for her.
Emma wasn't about to get into a chest bump with her, Aiden. Take the high five instead.
Yeah, Emma's not going to be. Emma would not be able to.
She'll leave that for
to
Laura.
handle that. Even Laura couldn't really handle it. 4.5 minutes to play. High post for Finnegan. Cuts his pass off the shoe of a Warrior. They can't chase it down, though. Ludlowe ball with 4:15 left.
Yeah, she was passing it. It hit her foot.
That may be the start of the exits for Ludlowe.
Yeah, you're right. It could very well be.
Allie's out. Callie is in. High post, low for Finnegan. But Madison stripped it away. They have such good chemistry underneath. And it's really a shame they're not usually on the court together. Good look, Torello, 3 off. They may be waiting for her to take one shot.
You see the 4 more seniors coming in.
Long arcing pass. Torello.
Nice to see one go, Aiden.
Mass break with 3:23 remaining.
And now you'll start to see the seniors get recognized, Aiden. You're going to see all 5 in here. They should slowly be coming out now. It is hot in here, I tell you. I think the weather outside.
Well, yeah, this
does feel hotter.
This is the one game this year that they have not closed those side doors.
Yeah, you're right.
They've had them wide open. It's been nice. It really doesn't feel like basketball weather. Or if it does, it's outdoor basketball weather.
Right.
3:23 remaining. Ludlowe 51 and Wilton 9. 5 seniors on the floor. They are missing Sophie. She's the odd man out for now.
Yep, and here she comes, so they'll all get recognized, Aiden. And deservedly so.
Neugebauer, another good look. She's gotten 2 great looks, and
yeah,
we don't
that one
usually
looked online, Aiden.
we don't see her shoot the 3 enough.
No,
that could be really deadly if she could hit that.
This is when, if you're a senior, you don't want to waste too much time, Aiden. They all got to somehow come out of the game.
Neugebauer. Just off, and she's gotten 3 tremendous looks.
Yeah, they all looked good. That was fun.
Good drive and a kick. Long 2. Just off, and the Warriors, their shooting has been tough tonight. They have not been able to get the good looks.
Gonna have to somehow get the ball out of bounds, Aiden.
Approaching the 2-minute mark. .157 left as the Warriors bring it across half court. And a foul. That's the way that Torello's career is going to end.
I love it, Aiden. Well, Aiden, obviously I'm biased. She's my favorite player. And just could not be prouder of her.
No, it's
Since 2nd grade, she's just always enjoyed playing, always had a big smile on her face. I'm going to miss seeing her out here, Aiden.
well. Thank goodness we get to see her again this later this week, because it would be a shame if that was the last memory of her.
Yeah, no, that was on purpose. This is so they can start getting people out. You can tell they're following on purpose now to get the girls out.
Juliet and Laura are the next 2 out. That one
Those are
off.
2 more of my favorites that just came out, Aiden. Been with those girls for so long. Well, what competitors. They just enjoy each other, enjoy playing.
Another shot. Neugebauer just can't get it to fall, but a really good rebound.
Again, Aiden, they're just using a little too much time and actually want to get a foul call. That's perfect.
There you go. This should be Anna and Sophie. Nope, it's Anna and Allie. She was lifted off the ground by her sister.
2 more favorites, Aiden.
Well, Sophie's the only one that's going to get to end with a 3.
Yeah, it's fitting. They gotta do a quick foul, Aiden, and get her out. If they can get to the ball.
32 seconds left. Sophie, the last one out.
That's a great kid right there, Aiden. Just big fan of Sophie's. Big fan of her family. I mean, what an amazing kid. And really has had a terrific year.
And that'll do it. Big win for Ludlowe, and now you turn around and go to the playoffs.
Yeah. Aiden, can't wait for next week. Hoping for a big run by this team. They're capable.
(54-9) your final. Not much more to say. We'll see you in the playoffs next week.
Looking forward to it.
For Scott Torello, I'm Aiden Blank. Congratulations to the seniors. And we will see you on Wednesday.